Hey, I hope you guys are doing well out there. It's Dr. Matt here. Today we had some questions, or actually yesterday, Monday, we had some questions in regards to some specific exercises for your core and gaining more stability. Now remember, with your trunk, meaning your spine and your core, you want it to be straight and nice and stiff, right? You want your limbs to move, right? So you want your shoulders and your hips to move really well, and then you want your midsection to be nice and stiff as it transfers forces from here up here and vice versa. So I wanted to give you 3 things today you can take home and give them a try. You can start them tonight and do them a part of your regular mobility routine, okay? So I'll walk you down here. As I'm sure you can remember, this is your spine, right? And your brain sends messages all the way down through your spinal column. All these muscles, or all these nerves rather, have to control your muscles and your organs, right? So you're going to be nice and tall and straight, and you want to make sure the hips move well, but also the shoulders move well. But specifically today, some of these movements to help keep your core more stiff and stable, I want to actually show you on the kids table over here. So the first one, I mean, we've all seen the plank before, but what I want you really to focus on is just breathing, right? So if you focus on just breathing, right, and taking big breaths in and all the way out, and then going from there, okay? So come on over here and we'll give it a try. So you can be up, start from the knees for this one, and your shoulders in line with your hips and your knees, and just pull your shoulders back a little bit. Don't let yourself sink forward, and don't let yourself be pushed forward too far. So just halfway. And with that one, make sure you breathe from your stomach, right? So very simple, just focus on breathing from your stomach, and the big difference with this one is don't be so focused on time as focus on breathing. As soon as you start to break down or whimper and your breathing isn't as smooth, then you've done your job for that day, okay? So give that one a try. When it gets easier from the knees, obviously go to the feet, and then you can go from there, okay? The other one I wanted to show you, which helps coordinate your upper and lower body and the way you move, is just focus on keeping your pelvis from tilting side to side, okay? So what I mean by that is you're gonna be on all fours, but when you're like this, right? And Grace, if you just come over here for a moment. When you're like this on all fours, don't let your pelvis shift side to side like this, okay? Make sure it's stable, you're strong, and your hips and your shoulders do the movement, okay? So I'll give you how that works right now. You can do it on a bench, you can do it on the floor, and this is actually a good warm-up, I mean, before you go lifting, whether you're squatting or just as part of your evening routine. So when you're here, nice and stable, shoulders retracted just a bit, and right leg and left hand's gonna go up. So I'll generally do all the reps on one side, and then I'll switch and do the opposite side. But with that one, I'll go anywhere from 5 to 10 reps per side, right? And when you're there, make sure your pelvis isn't shifting side to side. And as well, think about contracting your abs, but keeping your core stiff and swelling your low back muscles, right? And when you bring your arm up overhead, make sure you pause and hold it, right? And then come back down. Okay, so the third one, I actually want to get you laying on your back, right? And you'll see here again, your core is going to have to be stiff, but essentially your shoulders and your hips are going to do the movements. So you're going to be laying on your back like this, right? Knees are going to be pointed forward, arms are going to be up in the air, and the important part is keep the small of your back right there, maintain that stiffness in your core. And you're going to do the opposites, right? So left arm and right leg are going to extend. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So when you're laying down, much like this, straight up, abs stiff, keep everything nice and tight. And from here, you're going to drop down and come back up. And now I would even start to coordinate it and do the opposites. Your left leg, and then right leg. And with this, if you find your neck's getting sore, One really simple tip is you can take your tongue and just press it in the roof of your mouth to help decrease all the tension in your neck, or just let your head rest back down on a soft space. Okay, so give those 3 a try. And with that one, again, I would do anywhere from coordinate 5 to 10 reps on each side, right? And you can do a couple of sets, right? With this, all 3 movements, you can make them part of either your warm-up to help cue you, or do them in the evening to help coordinate and stimulate that function, okay? So you can actually get more out of your core and be more stable. And then hopefully over time, the goal would be to improve function so that you can decrease some of that back and hip discomfort. Anyways, let me know what you think, and if you have any feedback, I'd be more than open to it. But I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye for now.